Animal Steel. Most of the matches between Peter Maivia and George Steele have ended inconclusively, but this time we'll have a winner.
These are two very different men, Cole. The High Chief is a man of great pride and respect for the ring, while Steele is, well, he's an animal. I can't think of two opponents with more opposing styles.
You said it, Corey. Let's just hope this one gets taken care of in the ring tonight. The High Chief Peter Maivia and George the Animal Steele facing off in a steel cage, each man looking to finally score a decisive victory in this.
Nice takedown, stacked for the...
Oh, turning the pin around.
He calls off the pin attempt, maybe wanting to try something else. Peter Maivia very tough, but he also has movie star good looks. Quite the combo.
And it served him well, Michael. In fact, the High Chief has major acting and stunt work.
Getting the cover here, eye in the end.
He kicks out instantly.
Don't know how he can't get more than a 1 count at this point.
My goodness, did you hear that chop? Oh! Uh-oh. Headbutt! Counter right when it was needed. Boom! We've seen that Steele isn't above using a foreign object to gain the edge against Maivia. So he's got to have the advantage in a match where they're surrounded by one huge weapon, right?
Well, you'd think that, Cole, but think about how these men are prepared for this match. The High Chief is a consummate professional who's game planned for this stipulation. And Steele?
And look at this now. Bad intentions coming with this hold.
The arm able to punch his way out.
The High Chief Peter Maivia really making a name for himself in WWE, but he's had plenty of experience on the way up.
Plenty of championships on the West Coast, but he's made the biggest splash in Hawaii where he earned multiple tag team titles.
Oh yeah, Maivia is a huge celebrity on the islands. In fact, I've heard some consider him the personification of Maui.
Nothing fancy there.
The animal may be wounded prey at this point.
The High Chief closing in on a successful hunt.
Peter Maivia now with the upper hand.
And you can see Steele is struggling to weather the storm with the High Chief.
And some effective offense with that one.
Oh my goodness.
Got out of the way that time. Clothesline.
Into the pin. George is trying to seal this one up. Quick shoulder up.
Still in it.
What a gutsy performance.
George the Animal Steele might be a bit of an underdog here. In fact, he lost a match by countout to the High Chief.
In Steele's defense, I'm not sure he knows how to count exactly or how to read a rule book. So he's got to be happy to be in this cage.
Maivia is called the High Chief in part because of his commanding presence in the ring. He's more than ready for what the animal will throw at him, even inside a cage.
Man.
Oof. Ooh. Oh, he got him. Is he going to lock this in?
The stump puller.
And the legs have to be on absolute fire right now.
Nothing but pain shooting up and down every muscle.
And he decides to let his opponent at him.
And now a pin of their own.
And the High Chief defeats the animal. Here is your...
She's not like most.
And it's all come down to this, the fight. And Nia now is...
Lyra has the advantage. She has Nia reeling.
But Lyra can't win. Into the ring with Jax on the outside. This match has to end in the ring.
Oof. Each woman here is on a tough road to become a Queen of the Ring finalist. Every matchup in this bracket has been a toss-up.
Valkyria knocked off former women's champion Io Sky earlier this week, but Nia's had an even tougher challenge. Two great former champions in the form of Naomi and Bianca Belair.
Even more impressive than that, she handed Jade Cargill her first WWE loss.
Granted, Corey, that was a disqualification victory for Jax. I'd say there's still some unfinished business between Nia and Jade. Nia Jax, Lyra Valkyria facing off in the finals of the 2024 Queen of the Ring tournament. Who will take home the crown? She's launched out of the ring. She's headed out of the ring.
Looking for a little more breathing room.
She throws her back in.
In the corner, has to find a way out of there.
Ah, there's a headbutt. In just a matter of minutes, we'll have our second Queen of the Ring. The first, of course, being Zelina Vega.
But you've got to believe that Zelina will want a shot at whichever woman wins this. She beat the woman now known as Piper Niven that night, so you know Queen Zelina can strike down an enemy of any size.
Well, if you're Lyra Valkyria, what do you do to pull off a massive upset tonight?
Well, Lyra's a technical wizard, Cole. In fact, from a technique perspective, she may actually have Nia Jax outgunned. And beyond relying on her technique, if I'm Lyra, I'm going to try to frustrate Nia. I don't know how possible that is, but if you frustrate Nia, she may make a crucial mistake. Just having their face stomped.
Momentum clearly on the side of Nia Jax.
Yeah, Nia is just... buzzing right through Lyra here.
Great power.
Oh, man! That looks like it hurts.
There's so many moves at Nia's disposal that she can end this match with. For Lyra, not nearly as much.
Yeah, I can't imagine it'll be easy for Valkyria to pick up Nia Jax and drop her with the Nightwing.
Please, let's call the move by its real name. It's a Samoan driver. You think Nia Jax doesn't have the Samoan driver scouted?
And Lyra is brought to a disadvantage now.
And the irresistible force is really keeping Valkyria grounded here.
Wow.
Valkyria crushed in the corner by Jax.
Squashing Lyra in the corner, and the beginning of the end may be near. And Nia now, with Lyra on her back, going to climb up to the second rope.
This is a scary situation for Lyra. Oh, look at this. Maybe not.
No way. There's no way.
Oh, my.
Oh, no. Good night, Annihilator.
Here is your winner and the new Queen of the Ring, Nia Jax.
What a victory to the brand new Queen of the Ring.
Nia said she would do it, and she backed up her claims.
And now the Chief Content Officer of WWE and Triple H going to come in to congratulate Nia Jax and officially crown her the Queen of the Ring.
Absolute dominance by the new Queen.
I'm sure you will agree with your...
It's a miracle Austin survived being run over by Rikishi. Now a pissed off Texas Rattlesnake is on the loose and out for revenge.
It took Austin almost a year to recover from the injuries he suffered in that heinous attack. You can't blame Austin for the damage he inflicts on Rikishi tonight.
Byron, a lesser man wouldn't have survived. Stone Cold promised that Rikishi's days of walking above ground are over. This is no holds barred. And though The Rock wants nothing to do with this altercation, we have to mention the sadness Rikishi has brought to him.
Rock might be innocent in this whole ordeal. but I feel that somewhere inside his soul, The Rock is happy with what Rikishi's done. The Rock is proud to have Rikishi and his family.
No, Corey, what kind of lies are you trying to spread? We've heard Rock say Rikishi deserves what Austin is going to bring him. There's no family pride in that statement.
I'm just saying that blood is thicker than water, and it's been an easier ride for Rock without Austin in the picture, and that's thanks to Rikishi.
Sounds more like Rikishi trying to take credit for all the Rock's success. Rikishi feeling like he has a job to finish tonight. A career in Stone Cold's to bring to an end. Picked up and being carried around now. Slam! And Byron, I just cannot see any legitimate reason to run over Stone Cold like Rikishi did last Survivor Series.
I mean, Austin does ruffle the feathers of a lot of people, Michael, but I don't think any of his rivals would go to this disgusting lengths that Rikishi's gone to. He's able to slip away from that. This kind of flush.
We talk a lot about Austin being prepared for a fight. Talk about the rattlesnake preparing to make Rikishi a dead man. Well, right now it's Rikishi doing the brawling. Rikishi's disdain for Austin looks greater than even we anticipated.
And do you hear this capacity crowd? They want more from Stone Cold. All that he wants to see Rikishi get beaten down like a pile of human filth.
There's been a lot of vitriol coming from fans towards Rikishi these past few weeks, and this Albany crowd is continuing that pattern of disdain.
You think Rikishi cares about the fans, though? No, not at all. He truly believes he's done something for his family, for his people. His family's respect is the only respect he's desperate for.
Rikishi feeling the pride of his family with every ounce of damage he delivers to Stone Cold.
Jawbreaker!
Call the dentist.
Here he comes, sliding back into the ring.
Austin showing no fear, no intimidation.
Scary mindset for the rattlesnake. Austin has scattered pictures of Rikishi all over his home. Said that every time he looks at Rikishi, he's looking at a dead man.
Yeah, Rikishi taking that as an empty threat, thinking that Austin isn't the man he claims to be. But trust me, when Stone Cold says he has you in his crosshairs, that's no empty threat.
Targeting the throat there.
Action spilling toward us. This is probably a good time to take our things.
And Rick, I know Austin has good reason to be doing all this, but he could be taking it too far at this point.
I don't think the rattlesnake is taking it far enough, Corey. Austin wants to put Rikishi's life in danger, just like Rikishi did to him. Coming back from the outside now.
Rikishi hoisting up his opponent.
Rikishi's right.
I think Austin was busted open there.
It put Austin down! Unbelievable!
2 count.
What a kick out by Austin! You can never count the rattlesnake out.
I can't tell if it's anger in the eyes of the fact that he hasn't finished this, or if it's disbelief that his opponent is still in this. Rikishi somehow defangs the rattlesnake. Damn it.
The winner of this fight.
His arrival signaled.
You can see it in the eyes of each.
Here we go with the WWE Championship on the line. John Cena versus the Samoan Bulldozer Umaga. Big fight feel here in this building.
The undefeated Umaga has set his sights on Cena, and there's nothing left standing in his way. Umaga doesn't just want to beat John Cena. He wants to obliterate him like he has all his other opponents.
But this is John Cena we're talking about. If anyone can stand up to Umaga's brutality and power, it's him. Cena's going to fight to defend his title with everything he's got.
This is getting awfully close to a count out here.
And you just see Cena's legs bent awkwardly off the steel steps. Umaga really pinpointed a target with that attack.
I don't know if it was strategic on the part of Umaga or just a result of his rampage, but either way, taking out Cena's foundation is going to sway the power advantage into Umaga's favor now. A rare position for Cena in this fight. We can't often say that John's overpowered in a matchup, but this 360-plus pound Samoan bulldozer is more than a formidable opponent.
Listen, sometimes when there's a fight, you're not always going to be the biggest. You're not always going to be the strongest. And even if that is the case for Cena tonight, John Cena has never met a fight he didn't like.
Cena will try to gain strength from this capacity crowd in Kansas City, but not even that may be enough to stop a rampaging Umaga. Stamina is going to be a key factor in this match tonight. Can Cena weather Umaga's vicious attacks? Can Umaga keep up the offensive pressure as Cena drags this into deep waters?
I think you're right, Cole. This might just come down to who has more gas in the tank.
Boom!
Umaga is truly a specimen to marvel at, Corey. And his handler, Armando Alejandro Estrada, knows he has a thoroughbred on his hands.
There's a difference between thoroughbreds and Umaga, though, Cole. Thoroughbreds can be tamed. Umaga cannot. Estrada can only serve as a mouthpiece for Umaga. He can only help direct Umaga's blind brutality. I think even Estrada knows no one can control the Samoan bulldozer.
That is the confidence of John Cena. The confidence you have when you are the face that runs the place. Diving headbutt.
And I could look at Umaga, and he reminds me of Yokozuna. His unmatched thickness and size is an orthodox offense.
Look at Umaga's thighs, his calves. They give him a great power and a great base. It makes him almost impossible to knock off his feet.
He's thick, he's strong, he's nasty, and he won't be slowed down.
Great display of strength with the suplex.
Umaga side. See why they call him Big Mixed Up.
Dead in their tracks.
God.
In Umaga, of course, coming from a very rich heritage, some of the greatest athletes in any sport come from the Samoan heritage.
Umaga's aggressiveness can be traced back to his bloodline. When you're fighting a Samoan, you are battling a tough, scary human being.
And Corey, you know there's no force equal to being on the receiving end of a headbutt from Umaga.
It's in Umaga's DNA. Generations have perfected the art of using their own skull as a weapon that could stop an elephant.
Now bringing the fight back into the ring. Nice takedown. Stack them up. Kicks out before one.
He didn't even let the ref start the count.
Boom! Good defense from him.
Sometimes I look at Umaga and it just scares me. I think he forgets that he's even in a championship match. Estrada is very aware of it, but Umaga sometimes looks oblivious to what's going on, other than the fact that he knows he's supposed to hurt his opponent.
Having no conscience is what has set Umaga apart. If he gets confused and the bloodthirst takes over, that's where Estrada becomes useful by directing Umaga back to the ultimate goal.
I think Umaga just doesn't know when to stop attacking. He has no sense of what it means to pull back on the reins, so to speak.
Pulls their opponent in.
Belly to belly.
This'll do it. Umaga, Samoan spike. Could that be enough to gain the title?
Here's the pin. Oh, kick out at two.
What a display of stamina. The champ showing they are truly.
Counter. Saw it coming.
And Cena puts a quick stop to the momentum that was mounting against him.
Now able to stop things, but will he gain command?
from Umaga. Oh, the elbow connects. An uninterrupted surge against Cena here.
Cena has no response for Umaga's savage and brutal offense.
Into the abdomen.
We have a pin for the title. New champion, an undefeated champion.
Here is your winner.
Hey, in WWE, things move really fast. If you aren't present in the moment, it can feel like a year goes by in only 2 or 3 minutes. That's why you always have to make time to make sure that you check. Hold on. Did I just hear myself say 3 minutes? Stop. Can you believe I'm actually doing Eric Bischoff's shtick? In the early 2000s, few words sent a shudder through the roster like the words 3 minutes, summoning the fearsome duo of Rosie and Jamal, collectively known as the 3-minute warning. Initially hired by the aforementioned Raw general manager Eric Bischoff to
Here we go with AOP and 3-minute warning going head-to-head. This is an Extreme Rules match, and it's a good thing it is, because neither one of these teams likes to play by the rules. Here we go with AOP and 3-minute warning going head-to-head. This is an Extreme Rules match, and it's a good thing it is, because neither one of these teams likes to play by the rules or limit their aggressive tendencies.
There is nothing on the minds of these men except dealing as much damage to one another as possible. Both 3-minute warning and the AOP excel at brutalizing their opponents and inflicting massive amounts of pain. But only one of them can be the best at it.
We can safely predict that this is going to be an exceptionally gruesome and painful match to watch.
Offers a bang take. He goes for the quick pin attempt. And he gets his shoulder up before the count.
I suppose you have to take the shot, but it's still too early to wrap up this one just yet.
Man, Rosie and Jamal, Akam and Razor representing the biggest, most imposing teams WWE has ever seen. Both teams don't care what the motive is, don't care who the target is. Their goal always remains the same, and that is complete destruction of the opposition.
We call them equal opportunity ass kickers. The first few rows should take a couple steps back because no one is safe when you're in the vicinity of these teams.
Kick to the gut.
Ooh, brutal form.
Totally helpless at the moment. He has to be in a world of hurt here.
This is what we expect out of Extreme Rules. No one is safe.
Rosie and Jamal tell their victims that they will feel the 3-minute warning. What does that mean, Corey?
Well, it means a lot of superstars will get run over by the pain train, and it's only going to feel like the longest 3 minutes of their lives. When you're as big and strong as Rosie and Jamal, that's how quickly it can be over.
Ooh, nasty shot to the...
Oh, nothing fancy here.
Tasted victor.
Reverses the pin attempt.
Oh, breaking up the pin.
Oh, man. Vicious right forearm.
Kick right to the body. Kick to the gut. He's taking on some damage at this point. Headbutt to the back of the neck. And that'll take a bit of the fight out of Akam.
Jamal putting some punishing offense on display.
And this one might be headed ringside. Just look at the size of all these superstars. The ring had to be reinforced before this match. Over 1,300 combined pounds colliding.
These men are so big and so thick, it's a challenge to wrap your arms around. It's really just best to find weapons and wipe away.
Yeah, and there's plenty of weapons to choose from tonight. Just punishing their opponent.
Oh, what a windup.
Vicious right forearm.
What a headbutt. I can't begin to imagine what he's got planned here, guys.
Maybe it's a Wilson.
And what's he looking for here?
And we know when he has a chair in hand, things
Goes under the ropes and into the ring. He's making his way to ringside now. Boom! Oh my gosh, what impact! Pay special attention to Rosie in this matchup. 6'5", 375 pounds. The man can run a 40-yard dash in 4.8 seconds. This guy is a pure athlete.
Rosie played high school football with a legendary running back before playing college.
Going for the cover. Hold on.
They're cheating. Come on, ref. One step ahead there.
Tagged with a punch. We knew this would be a grueling and punishing match, but AOP and 3-minute warning are exceeding all expectations.
Rosie out of harm's way. This superstar has control here. Oh, driving them down to the canvas. And what's next? From the middle row. Splash!
3-minute warning might just be done.
Oh, come on. Did you really need to stop the pin like this?
That'll mess up the back of your neck. Watch the hardcore style of 3-minute warning. Both of these men are from the hood, so to speak. Grew up in the streets, brought up to be tough. Rosie and Jamal have a rough tenacity.
A duo that couldn't care less about headlocks. They're just all about beating the hell out of you. 3-minute warning's thug-like tactics need to be respected.
Rosie and Jamal only care about one thing, and that's the winner's purse.
Shoulders down. Razor might be down for the count. He made the save just in time. And Rosie being out-wrestled there. Landing a big hit with that hammer. Just trying to... Very locked in. Jamal pins the shoulders down. Rosie and Jamal survive Extreme Rules.
Here are your winners, Rosie.
We've come to the part of the showcase where we get to talk about
Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Tamina, Carmella, Natalya, all with... the chance to make history, all with the opportunity to be called the first ever Miss Money in the Bank.
The revolution that became an evolution only continues in the women's division. One of these women will climb the ladder and earn the opportunity of a lifetime. No safe haven in this match. These ladders can be your best friend or your worst enemy. There's no allies in this match. It's everyone for herself.
There's no room for friends when history's being made. Not when you can go down in the record books as the first Miss Money in the Bank.
Such a dangerous setting for all these superstars. Ladders are everywhere. Each competitor is only limited by their imagination.
Your head has to be on a constant swivel. Ladders will be used as weapons. Anything can happen to get that briefcase.
Tamina landing heavy offense on Charlotte.
Charlotte thought tonight would be an ascension to her throne. Tamina's here to ruin that dream.
Sidewalk slam. 3 second-generation superstars competing in this match. Carmella, Charlotte, and Tamina. And Natalya, of course, a third-generation superstar. Women bred for these kind of moments.
Any of these women will add a significant chapter to her legacy if she can become the first Miss Money in the Bank.
Gentlemen, no need for monitors right now. The fight is right in front of us.
Making a mockery of your opponent could eventually backfire. And she's positioning the ladder perfectly in the center of the ring there. Climbing up, but is there enough time to go for the win? Trying
is going absolutely crazy right now.
They know this could be it.
Big opportunity for Carmella. Can she pull it down?
Getting your hands on the prize isn't enough. You got to yank this opportunity down.
And she wisely heads back to the ring.
Ooh, just bouncing off the turnbuckle. And looking at the playing field, the majority of these women love to utilize their submission offense to put opponents away.
Tapping someone out won't win this match, but these women should not shy away from using the biggest weapons in their arsenal.
We've heard Becky say she was going to rip arms off tonight. You can't exactly climb a ladder with no arms.
Kicks right to the midsection. Opponent dropped in the corner. Unloading. You got to wonder if there's more animosity in this match than we previously thought.
Tamina not caring that Becky's a fan favorite. The crowd's adulation is meaningless. All that matters is the contract suspended above the ring.
Tamina's been showing so much dominance in this match.
A contract that can change lives hanging above the ring. Probably the most
What you just saw is why we say Charlotte is genetically superior.
Yeah, undeniable athleticism from the Queen. Can it pave her way to the top of the ladder?
Tamina heading up.
From the top.
Attempting high-risk move after high-risk move at a breakneck pace. Now Natalya sent to the outside with authority.
Looks like she wants to take...
This new generation of female superstars are providing yet another milestone moment here. Tamina, Charlotte, Carmella, Natalya, and Becky Lynch are going to climb the ladder and retrieve the briefcase. Become the first ever Miss Money in. This new generation of female superstars are providing yet another milestone moment here. Tamina, Charlotte, Carmella, Natalya, and Becky Lynch are going to climb the ladder and retrieve the briefcase. Become the first ever Miss Money in the Bank.
No safe haven in this match. These ladders can be your best friend or your worst enemy. There's no allies in this match. It's everyone for herself.
There is no room for friends when history is being made. Not when you can go down in the record books as the first Miss Money in the Bank.
Such a dangerous setting for all these superstars. Ladders are everywhere. Each competitor is only limited by their imagination.
Your head has to be on a constant swivel. Ladders will be used as weapons. Anything can happen to get that briefcase.
And she's making her way to the top rope here.
Might be time to look.
Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Tamina, Carmella, Natalya, all with a chance to make history. All with the opportunity to be called the first ever Miss Money in the Bank.
The revolution that became an evolution only continues in the women's division. One of these women will climb the ladder and earn the opportunity of a lifetime. No safe haven in this match. These ladders can be your best friend or your worst enemy. There's no allies in this match. It's everyone for herself.
There is no room for friends when history's being made. Not when you can go down in the record books as the first Miss Money in the Bank.
Remember, the first woman to climb the ladder and retrieve the briefcase will become the first ever Miss Money in the Bank. No countouts, no disqualifications in this match.
Everybody is coming in with a different strategy, but remaining close is the key. Luck is going to play a part, but will increase your odds if you stay close to a ladder and close to the briefcase.
Sent right into the corner. Flair just ragdolled to the outside. Three second-generation superstars competing in this match. Carmella, Charlotte, and Tamina. And Natalya, of course, a third-generation superstar. Women bred for these kind of moments.
Any of these women will add a significant chapter to her legacy if she can become the first Miss Money in the Bank.
Running power slam!
And Becky there wasn't looking her best when she took that shot.
Yeah, Natalya showed that Hart family wisdom.
Showing absolutely no mercy at all. What an onslaught.
She's bringing the fight outside.
Good grief. That's a chop that'll wake you up.
I'm worried our announce table will soon be in the line of fire here.
Who cares about the table? What about us? Needs to move quick here.
This might be her chance.
This is a risky play, but could be the only opportunity on the match.
Tamina landing heavy offense on Charlotte.
Charlotte thought tonight would be an ascension to her throne. Tamina's here to ruin that dream.
Is there anyone more intimidating in this group than Tamina?
I've said it before, it could be a coming out party for Tamina. This is her time to live up to her family's legacy.
If Tamina wins the contract, it guarantees her first title opportunity in over 2 years.
More than an opportunity, it pretty much guarantees Tamina will become the next women's champion. Every second up there is allowing the opposition to recover.
Better hurry.
It's within arm's reach. Just needs to capitalize.
Powerful contact by Tamina. Carmella perhaps realizing there that she's not as a...
What you just saw is why we say Charlotte is genetically superior.
Yeah, undeniable athleticism from the Queen. Can it pave her way to the top of the ladder?
And looking at the playing field, the majority of these women love to utilize their submission offense to put opponents away.
Tapping someone out won't win this match, but these women should not shy away from using the biggest weapons in their arsenal.
We've heard Becky say she was going to rip arms off tonight. You can't exactly climb a ladder with no arms.
Tamina's absolutely wrecking shot by Natalya, making sure the veteran won't have the strength to climb a ladder at all.
Here she goes, sliding back into the ring.
Oof! Effective drop kick to the face. That's just hard to watch.
Jeez, that's gonna hurt.
She's getting that ladder exactly where she wants it.
A crucial step.
Ladder's in position. Gonna make the climb.
Carmella, the Buster.
Money in the Bank briefcase still hanging high. This is what it's all about. The opportunity of a lifetime.
What are you willing to do? Take it.
And Carmella with a takedown looking for... Locked in. It's locked in.
She is in excruciating...
She releases the hold.
No harm in changing things up if a submission isn't working the way you want it to.
Ouch! Oh, and the ladder finds the mark. Gonna be tough to bounce back from that one.
In a well-timed counter.
This is a bad position for her.
And we got the ladder. Center of the ring.
This is where you need to be.
Victory is within reach now.
The whole match is literally in the palm of their hands. Driving the elbow.
History on the line. Guaranteed championship opportunity. Nothing but carnage happening in this one.
5 women fighting for their key to destiny. Willing to go through hell for it.
Look at this. She's going for her destiny, guys.
But she better hurry. She doesn't have much time.
Ladder set right in the middle of the ring. Starts to climb, but needs to move quickly. The prize is in sight, but is it in reach?
Slow and steady won't win the race in this situation.
She's starting to struggle here.
This deep into a ladder match, the last thing you want is to start breaking down.
She takes this fight up in the air, refusing to back down.
The longer this goes, the more likely we can see a hard crash back to the canvas.
That's it. Tamina has the briefcase. Tamina is Miss Money in the Bank.
The winner of the Money in...
Any member of this family
There you see what it's all about. this match is under Tornado Tag Team rules. A 2-on-2 match with the pinfall submission has to happen inside the ring. In the Hell in a Cell, no tags, no countouts, no double leg takedown. Stacked it up here. Look at pin. Early cover for the title. He ends the pin attempt for some reason. Looking to explore every inch of hell here now. The Usos and the New Day have had such a back-and-forth competition within the tag team division. You can just look at these teams' title reigns, their dominance.
What tells you these are the two best teams that WWE has had in a long time. And while I do believe there's an underlying mutual respect, we won't be seeing it tonight because these are two very proud teams who feel incomplete without the championships around their waist.
Usos challenging the New Day for the SmackDown Tag Team titles. New Day chose this Hell in a Cell match. Very heated rivalry at the top of the Tag Team division. Corey, for as entertaining as the New Day are, they can scrap with the best of them. Remember that.
Look, don't let the booty-o's and trombones fool you. New Day can get down and dirty, especially when they have the Usos pushing them. New Day are prepared for an all-out brawl tonight.
I have a feeling the Usos' objective is to send the New Day to the hospital.
Well, two teams so familiar with each other, some innovation with weapons almost becomes a necessity.
Usos and New Day go. The New Day have just changed the whole complexion of this match. I don't know if I've seen New Day go to these lengths. Before.
Well, no time to be a jovial bunch when you're in a cell, Michael. Tonight, it's not about entertaining. It's about putting your sworn enemy to rest for good. We'll take things into the ring. Oh, nasty stop to finish it off. Talking to Xavier, he told me the one thing the Usos have taught us is that we have to embrace a more lawless culture here in WWE. A more lawless culture in this rivalry.
And that could be the reason the New Day chose to have this match in the Hell in a Cell. It's been such a chaotic rivalry. Only this kind of lawless match could finally put an end to it for good. The champ looking a little worse for wear.
A prime example of that unique Uso offense.
Hooking their opponent. Flat out power here. Just a stalling vertical suplex. And now showing off a bit. This doesn't even look like trying to win a match anymore. This looks like trying to end someone's career.
Swing on sight and don't stop swinging till it's over. The Usos being relentless in their punishment.
The Usos and the New Day have been trading title reigns for the majority of the year now. This, the contractual rematch for the Usos. If they lose, the Usos won't get another opportunity for the titles as long as the New Day are champs.
And just being around the Usos, it's not only about winning the tag team titles, it's about stripping the New Day of everything that made them popular with the WWE Universe. It's about making sure the New Day never competes again.
It's never been just about the title, Saxton. It's about these two teams wanting to claim supremacy for themselves.
This is no time to hesitate. You can feel the end coming.
That attack certainly put Jimmy's toughness to the test.
Yeah, Big E turning it on there.
Setting up for something here. Down on the windpipe. Pin attempt by the champion. And he only stays down for a 1 count.
Still going to take a massive effort to keep him down.
Down to Odin and a double axe handle smash.
And Jimmy and Big E slugging it out middle of the ring. This has been a vicious, brutal match between two of the great tag teams today.
Here comes Jey Uso into the fray alongside of his brother.
Bang! Double super kick.
And the Usos now looking for that patented Uso splash from the top rope.
Uso splash! The cover to win the tag team titles, and Woods handcuffs it all, breaks it up.
At the last possible second, Xavier Woods saving this match for his team.
Credit to Woods for his never say die attitude. But Xavier Woods is outgunned right now.
And look at Woods still fighting back.
Yeah, with the handcuffs. Using the handcuffs as a weapon.
That's smart.
And Woods now down. And trying to still fight back. What heart from Xavier Woods.
That heart may not have much more fight left. Jimmy and Jay back up to the top one more time.
Uso splash in stereo. The cover. The Usos win the tag team titles.
Here are your winners and the new SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos.
Next on our showcase is someone who...
For the first time ever, we have a women. Guys, a very important component of this match. Bayley has won every title available in WWE. Bayley has accomplished it all. But the one thing Bayley has never done in her career, she's never beaten Naomi.
And believe me, that is a huge point of confidence for Naomi. And a huge pressure on Bayley.
Yeah, but Bayley thrives under pressure. Her resume speaks for itself.
And she's set right into that corner.
We've said it time and time again. Naomi may be the most out.
Taking flight. Body splash.
More offense like that, and we could be looking at a new champ.
Ooh. Drives a foot into the stomach.
Bayley's being caught off guard by Naomi. The champ wasn't expecting such a flurry of offense from the challenger.
Chucked right out of the ring.
Climbing to the top turnbuckle now.
Look out!
You gotta be kidding me!
Putting it all on the line and coming up big with a breath. Taking moves. Naomi going for broke. And this high-risk offense from the challenger might be catching the champion by surprise.
The challenger being the aggressor here, but remember, the title can only be won by pinfall or submission inside the ring.
We know that Naomi's going to want to pick up the pace in this match, but Bayley's going to look to wear Naomi down.
Yeah, Bayley's going to want to slow down the pace and let the adrenaline wear off from Naomi. Bayley can also turn up the aggression here in a way I'm not...
Guys, a very important component of this match. Bayley has won every title available in WWE. Bayley has accomplished it all. But the one thing Bayley has never done in her career, she's never beaten Naomi.
And believe me, that is a huge point of confidence for Naomi. And a huge pressure on Bayley.
Yeah, but Bayley thrives under pressure. Her resume speaks for itself.
Oh, it's the drop kick. And Naomi has been quick to take to social media lately, reminding everybody that Bayley has never beaten her one-on-one.
Yeah, not so subtle reminder to Bayley, who has been very insulting, very humiliating to a lot of...
Took a leap of faith and connected perfectly. This could be just what they needed.
Naomi going for broke. And this high-risk offense from the challenger might be catching the champion by surprise.
The challenger being the aggressor here, but remember, the title can only be won by pinfall or submission inside the ring. A factor to consider in this match is that Naomi took some time off to rejuvenate herself, to get her mind right, to refocus on her desire to once again be champion here in WWE. So this isn't necessarily the same Naomi the WWE Universe or Bayley is used to.
And Naomi says that after taking time off, she's better physically and mentally than she's ever been in her career.
be costly. Oh, what a forearm.
And I think it was you, Byron, who has Bailey.
Back and forth we go. Ooh. It looks like we've got ourselves a brawl here.
Just teeing off with that fight forever vibe.
You can feel the contact, and so does the WWE Universe.
WWE Universe appreciating these athletes for
Big impact.
Arm wringer.
applied. Well, that came to an end with an abrupt punch. Naomi isn't feeling intimidated by the moment.
She gets taken into the corner. Needs to get out.
Big offense could become.
And here we go. Championships.
Well, Bailey thought she had Naomi, but the challenger was ready.
The champion has to find a new strategy in a hurry.
Oh, my God.
Oh, this is just disrespectful. And an elbow drop, too. Naomi out of harm's way. What a clothesline! Ouch! Rear view by Naomi.
We might see a new champion crown.
Shoulders down. Now we get it. We have a new champion.
Here is your winner, and
Ladies and gentlemen, if it weren't...
Two on. Two tables match here with the masters of the match, the Dudley Boys, taking on the Wild Samoans.
There's always those thoughts in the back of your mind. My brother can beat up your brother. My brother can put your brother through a table faster. Finally, we get to see those thoughts become a reality.
Saxton, I never want to hear about the inner workings of your mind ever again.
I second that, but the Dudley Boys and the Wild Samoans are two teams who also clearly have a few screws loose. This should be intense. And he re-enters into the ring. Corey, the Wild Samoans are about as tough and mean as they come, a very physical duo, and we've seen how they use their heads, almost like a concrete weapon.
Yeah, they don't need
From way up. Are you kidding me? That's gross. I mean, come on. Go bite someone.
You got to do whatever it takes, Saxton.
A steel chair? Something we all know can be a devastating weapon. Oh, that is a stiff chair shot to the dome.
And what's this manager looking for under the ring? He has no business down there. Corey, I've got to know, what can the Wild Samoans do to get the advantage in this tables match? After all, this is the Dudley Boys match, the match they put on the map, the match they're synonymous with.
Or maybe the Wild Samoans have to be a little less wild, Cole. They still need to brutalize their opponents because that's what they do best. But the last thing Alpha and Seiko want to do is rush head first into a table. After all, that's exactly how you lose.
Into the ring again now. Oh, my God, steel chair.
Oh, my gosh. Angle German. A very ferocious demeanor emanates from the Wild Samoans. Like they're part of a pack of untamed beasts. I really wonder what it will take for the Dudley Boys to have control of them.
Maybe they'll take a sledgehammer? A truck? They're not human, Byron. You can knock them down, but they'll keep coming back. Cranking the head.
Oh, what a DDT. Boom. Does the official not see him removing the turnbuckle pad?
Keep your voice down.
Stepping out of the ring here. Go behind. Breaker. Ooh. Straight impact on the throat.
Whoa. Just tossing that table around like it was nothing.
Ooh, right to the gut.
what he's thinking here. I don't care what they say. Nothing good ever comes from getting the tables.
And he comes in under the ropes now.
Oh, my gosh!
He could be starting to really struggle in this match.
I think we're about to see a body go through a table real soon.
Oh, that can rock you.
And his stamina's going to drain fast, taking shots to the torso like this.
Look at this. This can't be good. He's setting his table up, and guys, someone's about to have a really bad night. Being carried around now. Calculating the next move here. And Fonseca just beat the Dudley boys at their own game.
Here are your winners.
From the very moment he arrived as the
As we say in WWE, expect the unexpected. We expected Wes Lee to be Carmelo Hayes' opponent here, but instead, we have the surprise return of Solo Sikoa as he's claimed his title opportunity.
Solo Sikoa, fresh off joining the bloodline, is here. He has answered the call, and we indeed have an NXT North American title defense tonight for NXT 2.0's 1-year celebration.
Strong words from Carmelo Hayes before this match saying, quote, heavy is the head that wears the crown, and Melo has the biggest crown and the heaviest head.
Melo has indeed proven worthy of said crown, but he's face to face with a man who has a seat at the...
Solo not allowing the presence of Trick Williams to distract him whatsoever.
Solo has the mind...
Oh, look at the start of this. Could be going into...
He lets his opponent out of the submission.
Yeah, but who knows what damage has been done.
Got to be a tough situation for Carmelo Hayes here. He's up against an opponent he could never have planned for.
Oh, but there's a clear strategy, Cole. Solo Sikoa has an injury to his left knee. Solo had a brutal Falls Count Anywhere match last month here in NXT, and he just faced Drew McIntyre on SmackDown just a few days ago.
It's very unlikely that Solo's knee is 100% today. Melo needs to focus on further damaging that knee.
You got to be impressed by both Solo Sikoa and Carmelo Hayes. They've taken NXT 2.0 by storm over the last year.
Yeah, since the shift to NXT 2.0, Melo has spent over 9 months as NXT North American Champion over 2 very long reigns.
And don't forget Solo. Over the last... Schoolboy! Into the pin!
The pin for the championship. He cuts the pin attempt short. Uh-oh. Samoan drop! Now Carmelo is feeling the pressure.
And it looks like Solo has all the answers for Carmelo at this point.
Placed him in the corner here.
Big up. Trick is out. Carmelo is dazed. Here's your chance, Solo.
Rearing way back.
There's a Samoan spike.
Shoulders are down.
He might be moments away from crowning a new... What the? Sikoa is the new champion.
Here is your...
I ain't doing this one.
It's been interesting watching Reigns. Bell rings and the WWE Universal title is on the line. Roman Reigns over 500 days as Universal Champion, but nobody has been in his head like his old brother-in-arms, Seth Rollins.
Well, Seth freaking Rollins tore that brotherhood apart 8 years ago, and we can now see that the Tribal Chief never truly recovered from that night.
Well, speaking of family, the Usos have been banned from ringside, and last month, Roman fired Heyman from the bloodline. So right now, the head of the table needs to win without any allies by his side.
He puts him into the corner. Even before Seth put his gear on, he came into this match with a clear-cut advantage.
You're right, Cole. 1 week ago on SmackDown, Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens defeated the Usos. As a result, Jimmy and Jay are barred from ringside.
It was an all-or-nothing move, as Rollins would have lost his title opportunity had that match gone the other way. It just proves that Seth freaking Rollins will take every freaking risk to win. Got out of there at the perfect time.
Seth freaking Rollins has made it extremely personal with Rollins. Years ago when he destroyed the Shield, and again in the lead up to this match.
And if I'm Roman, I'm taking all that aggression and ending this quickly. Go full force and incapacitate Rollins ASAP, because the longer Reigns fights with all his rage, the more potential he has to make a tactical error.
All the way down.
Seth Rollins says he knows Roman Reigns so well, says he knows how to play on the insecurities of the Universal Champion.
Rollins knew there was one thing that Roman Reigns could never, ever get over, that it was Seth Rollins who chose to end the Shield. Trading back and forth blows now. Ooh. Nothing pretty here, just good old-fashioned fisticuffs. Looks like a hockey fight's just broken out.
They are emptying their tanks, going back and forth like this.
This is a war of attrition with neither superstar wanting to be the one who surrenders.
What a display of strength here.
I have to admit, it's a pretty cold move for Rollins to just take the years of history the Shield had and turn it into a joke here tonight.
It's appalling, Saxton. Rollins has always treated that sacred history as a joke. Now we know that Roman Reigns is a loyal man, a family man. What Seth Rollins did to his family 8 years ago was cowardly. Now it's time for Rollins to pay.
Headed out of the ring, but the count is looming.
Delivered into the barricade.
Heading back to the ring.
Superman punch from Reigns. Absolutely laid Rollins out. And now Reigns can finally overcome his former Shield brother.
Sent out of the ring the hard way. And he's going to the outside, which will start a count out. We're getting up close look at Reigns.
The champ taking care of business here.
I don't even think Roman's aware of where he is anymore. He has tunnel vision for Rollins. The only thing the Tribal Chief is seeing right now is red. And heaven have mercy on Reigns, old Shield brother now.
Rollins just motionless now. Roman had that guillotine locked in far too long.
Well, the oxygen's slowly circulating through Seth again, but I feel it's just a matter of time. The fun and games.
Reigns delivers a Superman punch. Not done yet. Finish things off. There's the spear by the Tribal Chief. The cover.
And Reigns retains the title.
Here is your winner.
And gentlemen, it is time for Bloodline War Games. Roman Reigns, the Usos, and Sami Zayn versus Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu.
Both of these sides have a deep and abiding hatred for one another. Solo felt he was held his crew never called up during Roman's time as the tribal chief.
But most of the men on Roman's side were unceremoniously removed from the bloodline, courtesy of Solo Sikoa. And those who weren't have faced continued attacks from the new bloodline.
And the winners tonight are very likely to be considered the true bloodline by the WWE Universe. Let's see who comes out on top tonight. I think tonight is going to be a breakout performance for Jacob Fatu. So much raw talent in that young man.
Every bloodline member, new and old, is a generational athlete. But Jacob seems to be a step ahead of every one of these men at times.
Many already believe Jacob can take the mantle as the leader of the bloodline. If he's the one to earn the victory tonight, his time as the tribal chief may come sooner than anyone thinks.
A lot to prove from the new bloodline tonight. Gentlemen, do you think they can do it?
Absolutely, Cole. Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Tonga Loa, and Tama Tonga have been competing on a different level as of late.
They have won some major matches and earned titles too, but I worry they might not be as ready for War Games as Roman's crew. There's a lot more big match experience in general on Roman's side.
Now that may be true, but Solo's side has youth and a devil-may-care attitude that can work out tremendously inside War Games. I expect Solo's side to go all out here inside this sadistic structure.
The odd man in, and he's looking for an ace up his sleeve now. Gotta be a bit tough for Jay to stand up amongst this team. Some close allies, but some enemies he's yet to forgive.
We've seen the wars that Jay has waged with his cousin Roman, with his brother Jimmy, but he needs to put that aside tonight.
And Jay has the title.
Looking to finish it off.
Looking for a belly-to-back suplex into the neck breaker. Beautiful.
Just bashing them with that hammer. Oh, man. Slung to Jey Uso.
Yeah, Uso is firing on all cylinders.
My goodness, the human skeleton shouldn't have to endure a smash like that.
Every successive move is putting their opponent in a dicey situation. This is getting more and more alarming with each uninterrupted attack.
Solo Sikoa grew up at a decided disadvantage. His side has less experience inside this structure.
But look at how young and hungry Team Solo is. In particular, Tama Tonga is a real wild card. He's like a hyena locked in a cage with a bunch of raw meat.
I even asked Tama backstage if he was looking forward to this match, and he just said to me, yeah.
Great journalism there, Byron.
Thanks, Michael.
Takedown.
The coaching clutch.
Submission's locked in, and not even a tap out here could save you.
Yeah, matches. No! What a reversal!
Incredible.
Ooh.
8 men in this war, but one seems to be fighting his own internal battle.
Oh, spear! Crucial moment for Tonga Loa. Old bloodline, new bloodline, both sides engaging in a brutal battle.
Every one of these men is fighting with every fiber in their being to be considered the true bloodline.
Just punched him right in the middle.
Well, that's enough already.
Not from the middle rope. Zayn's looking weak in the knees. Could spell trouble.
Zayn exposed here with a DDT.
Did Jacob Fatu get enough of it?
OG bloodline leader Roman Reigns has so much on the line in this one, guys.
Oh, absolutely, Michael. Solo Sikoa took his spot at the head of the table. He says he's the new tribal chief.
And that is Roman's legacy. Those names, this group, they mean something. But the bloodline represents all that Roman has built in his career. And he needs to take it back tonight.
And guys, this is what War Games is all about. Both bloodlines leaving it all in the ring.
The old guard and new school trading their biggest shots in one of the most dangerous environments in all of WWE.
Oh, basically hammering their opponent into the floor.
One wicked attack after another. You better have an action.
But meanwhile, Zayn,
And it is clear the mission now is to destroy and incapacitate.
love his book.
Jay nailed all of it. What's he doing, guys?
Throwing caution to the wind.
Oh, man.
No! sense of self-worth.
Yeah, but part of that self-worth came from defying Roman and defeating the Usos, which begs the question, and I wish there was a better way to phrase this. Is Sami Zayn still Usi?
I think he is, Corey. Sami seems elated to be fighting on top rope.
But now here's Jey Uso.
Will Jey take advantage?
He's heading to the top turnbuckle.
Top rope.
New entrant about to come in and not a moment too soon.
Will Jey end this? Fisherman suplex. Incredible.
Tama Tonga looking to get wild inside War Games alongside his bloodline.
Solo Sikoa, leader of the New Bloodline, has called himself the head of the table. Called himself trying to cheat.
And when he asked the WWE Universe to acknowledge him, we're hearing more and more of the crowd agree.
Well, Solo has grown in power with big wins and title reigns, but this is his biggest test yet. If his crew can defeat Roman's, Sikoa will be everything he says he is and more. Samoan driver.
Both wrists captured. Man, knee strike. Will Sami recover? Right to the face.
He's trying again. And looking at Jacob Fatu.
DDT. Jacob about to end this fight.
The WWE Universe is on its feet.
And deservedly so. He's on the top. And coming down with incredible force. And knocked him to nothing.
Was punched and rolling there. Grounded and pounded. Only seconds away from giving their team the numbers advantage. Punch connects. Meanwhile, here's Sami Zayn.
Is Zayn coming to Uso?
Splash!
Can Jacob Fatu come back from that? Through the ring door and adding a bit of leverage to the situation. Super kick! Double axe handle.
Jimmy Uso commanding respect from all of the WWE Universe. Wicked kick to the lower back.
He's in a bit of agony now. Point kick to the back. He's definitely been worn down a little. Not a good spot to be in.
All the way down.
And it's Jey Uso.
And that can vanquish Tama.
He's got him in his grasp.
Sami Zayn with a
Big boot. No doubt, Sami just ended this. Oh, man, look at Tama's face.
And that definitely made solid impact. Things will get back to an even playing field with the next entrant. We are witnessing a malicious string of attacks right now.
And now the new tribal chief, Solo Sikoa, joining Bloodline War Games.
And Jey took a solid hit that time.
Unloading with an uppercut.
The teams are squared up, but he doesn't think that's enough, apparently. Kick gets caught. Oh, an elbow to the knee. Hyperextend your leg. Too much pain inflicted in this match.
Yeah, I don't know how much longer a good defense will even matter at this point. Looking like John Henry swinging the hammer like that.
Searching under the ring, thinking something there can give their team a boost.
Go.
And into the turnbuckle he goes.
Neat face. And that's another well-placed attack to his head and neck area.
Big punch finds its mark. Boom. Jacob Fatu's able to dodge that.
Bang! He finds a counter. There's a great confidence here from Jimmy Uso when he was giving his opponent a lot. Time here.
Flinged across the way.
damage to put this one away yet.
No coming back from Reigns after that.
What's he doing? He had this match in the back.
Was punched him right in the mouth. Straight in the face. My God. Boom, and it's reversed. And Solo looking staggered after that attack.
Yeah, this is spelling trouble for Solo.
Going for the cover. Solo's shoulders are down. Something of a cocky decision, him just stopping the pin like that.
Yeah, that's some attitude behind